Well, hello everyone, Pastor Al here. Hey, a lot of you probably heard the news today that I heard, that the CDC has announced some really great news. They've discovered that the vaccines against COVID-19 are working really well, actually providing all sorts of protection for people that have been vaccinated. And they're now suggesting that it's okay for people to be indoors together as long as you've had the vaccine without masks on. That's actually something we've been waiting for well over a year now, and it's pretty cool. Now, I know a lot of you are probably thinking, fantastic, I'm showing up to church on Sunday without a mask. And I wish that was the case, but it's not exactly. And, well, I thought maybe I'd give you a little bit of the details here of how this is probably going to play out. The CDC makes recommendations, and each and every individual state then decides on what that church's rules and policies and regulations are going to be. We then have to wait until Washington State, and that's primarily the governor's office, decides to change a specific set of rules and regulations that they've crafted for churches that we've had to follow. Now, they're kind of slow at getting around to those sometimes, and I hope they're not as slow about making these changes. But even today, the governor announced that he hoped the entire state would be opened back up by the end of June. It's not that far away. So I am hoping that they're going to come around and say, hey, churches, you can have a section for people who are vaccinated, and they don't have to social distance, and they don't have to wear masks. And they'll be able to say that because it appears that we can do that safely. That's the other important part of it. So I'm asking you to be just a little bit more patient. We want to continue to be a good example, to follow the government authorities because that's a biblical mandate, and to do the right thing here. And just realize that hopefully we're only a few weeks away from coming to a point we wanted to be at. Now, I'll also say that if you have chosen not to get the vaccine up to this point, we're not going to card people when they come in the door. But honestly, we're just assuming that you're going to be truthful and honest about what you haven't done. And even when we're allowed to do this, you're still going to wear a mask. Now, I hope for some of you, this is a really good encouragement to go and get the vaccine if you haven't. We have, I don't know how many hundreds of millions of people vaccinated with these vaccines. They're very effective. They have very low side effects. Remember that from the time you sign up to the time you're fully protected can be anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. So by the time the state opens back up and you want to be fully protected to run around without a mask, you need to get your vaccine now. And it's really, really, really widely available. So let's be a little more patient. I hope that in the next couple of weeks, we'll get a new guidance from the governor about when we can start having people come to worship who have been vaccinated and not ask them to wear a mask. And I pretty much hope that in the not too distant future, that's going to pretty much include everybody who wants to come here. So pray with me that this will happen quickly. Ask your friends who haven't got vaccinated to think about getting vaccinated. If you haven't got vaccinated yourself, I highly encourage you to do it. If you're really worried about whether it's a good idea or not, I've got people that are members of this congregation that know a lot about it, would really be happy to talk with you about it. But let's rejoice in what's coming up. Let's be responsible and get ourselves vaccinated. And let's get back together and worship without masks again. I'm not sure I remember what some of you look like anymore. But I'm anxious to see you all again, 100%. So God bless, and we will keep you informed as to when we get any new information. Bye.